Job Corps visited Mid-Ohio Valley's Chamber of Commerce to talk about their organization. Job Corps helps disadvantaged youth get job training so they can enter the workforce. Their goal at today's presentation was to connect with the community and recruit more people who would benefit from Job Corps services. Corey McCarty, admissions counselor, says they wanted the chamber to understand Job Corps is a resource for people seeking an education.
So the most important thing from today is to know that Job Corps is here. We are a resource. A lot of people do forget about us. We do help the community as well. So, you know, everyone's talking about community transformation. We are part of that by giving the student the skills and the ability to do what they need to do and get their certification and go back into their community and help out the community to, you know, get off of, you know, public assistance and whatnot.
For more information about Job Corps, you can visit our website at WTAP.com.